Happy 2023!
We kept up with doing CHUB Cast every month, like we said we would.
Oh yeah, dude. We're on like episode fucking 70 now.
So what did you guys think about Beast then?
What?
Who?
And Coldplay.
Oh yeah.
That was
forgot
what
that.
we were meant to do.
I left my notes in 2021.
Was that the nail in the CHUB Cast coffin, having to do fucking Coldplay?
Yeah, I think that was my bad. I killed CHUB Cast.
Well, it was always a hobby during the pandemic to give us something to do.
Yeah.
And then when shit started opening up,
Suddenly, CHUB the band became a band that plays music. and
not a
does
podcast.
gigs and shit, yeah.
We actually started doing music things.
Yeah.
Waster's out
Monday 16.
Monday 16th.
Probably
2
before this
days from now.
podcast.
Has CD Baby actually approved it yet?
It's a good shout. I'll look later.
That's cutting it fine.
Oh,
But
no.
at least it'll be up on YouTube with the music
Yeah.
video.
Oh yeah.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Go and subscribe. If you're in Eastbourne, come to the gig on Monday. If you're in Brighton, come to the gig on the
28th.
28th.
Yeah. And if you're watching this in the future, fuck you, cunt.
Yeah.
just
Why are you going looking at our old videos? You're like one of those people who's like creeping on an Instagram and accidentally likes a post from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
It's actually somebody from like 5 years in the future trying to get a gotcha on like Twitter. Like they're trying to win an
Yeah.
argument against us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're trying to dig up how to cancel.
I'm trying to
us,
cancel us.
Yeah. We're definitely going to be that famous. People are going to be out for our blood.
They're like, we need to find a way to get them. Anyway, shall we do our albums of the year?
We should probably say what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
We're finally in person, and we're doing albums of the year
Yeah.
Hooray.
for 2022, but kind of... Well, they didn't have to have come out in 2022. They're ones that we listened to in 2022.
Yeah, it's the same as the last one. If you watch the 2020 edition, we just did albums we listened to a lot this year, rather than albums that came out this year.
Yep.
Because we're not on the bleeding edge.
No,
Alright, who wants to go first, boys? Go on.
not me. Tax on me.
I'll go first.
Phew.
That was close.
Phew.
Almost was me.
I almost had to speak.
Fine, I'll go first.
Go on then, Zach.
No, you go.
Oh, okay.
Fine. No.
No.
Just it's going to be the whole
please.
podcast.
Fine.
Yeah, fine.
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 Fine,
Oh.
I'll go. No, you. Fine.
So what do we? Just to confirm.
Albums, mate.
Yeah,
Music.
top 5.
Just to
Yeah,
confirm.
we're on CHUB Cast. You're the vocalist.
So I think we're just doing...
You're in Brighton right
No,
now.
we should probably introduce ourselves. I'm Zach. I'm the bassist.
I'm Greg, I'm also here.
I'm Kyle, I hit stuff.
I'm Ben and I scream.
And there we go.
But in answer to the question you didn't ask, Ben, I think we're just doing any order, but then... Are we doing a top album?
Pick a number one, yeah.
Yeah.
We're picking a number one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then-
number one.
And then the other 4 in any order, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one album that I listened to.
No,
was-
no,
no,
let's
no,
start
no,
with
no.
the other ones.
Let's
Oh.
start with number one.
Oh,
Come on,
but
Ben.
it's
You're
the best
amateur,
one.
man.
Yeah, you build up to the best one.
All right, okay. At number 5, I guess, is Radiant Bloom by Astronoid. Astronoid are a post-metal band.
Post-metal.
So,
So
like,
what would happen if in 40 years after post metal?
you'd get
Post.
post, yeah. You'd get post
Post metal. Cool. Continue.
So they're kind of like shoegaze metal, basically. So kind of like
You've been listening to a lot of shoegaze.
yeah, kind of like Deftones and Loathe in a way, but except with the vocals are a lot more like in the background, it's more shoegazy. So Radiant Bloom came out last year, so it was actually an album from 2022. And yeah, it was incredible. It was really, really good. They've had like 2 really good albums previously. The first album was definitely the best, but yeah, Radiant Bloom absolutely blew me away. Best song of that album is Eyes. It just hits me right in my
Eyes.
right in my eyes, right deep down in my eyes.
Sounds cold.
Yeah, it's so good. And yeah, it's. I'm not really sure what the song's about. It's just about a robot man who wants to be human. I think that's what it's about.
So he steals a human's
Oh.
eyes like.
So he takes someone's eyes. He's like, but no, the whole album's amazing. Go check it out. It's great. If you like shoegaze, if you like metal, then it's the album for you.
Cool.
Ooh.
Well, eyes are the gateway to the soul.
That's right, they are.
So
Gateway to the shoes,
makes
which have souls.
Speaking of soul,
Gazing at the shoes with your
eh?
eyes.
Speaking of soul,
What about it?
I don't know. Next.
I was like, which album did I pick that had to do with soul?
Perfect
What
segue.
about you next?
Okay. So I actually have 2 soundtracks in my top 5 this year. The first one was it's by an artist called Machine Girl. It's the soundtrack for a game called Neon White. Neon White was one of my favorite games of last year. It's very like rewarding. It's like a kind of parkour puzzle game, speedrun game. Yeah, exactly. The soundtrack is like proper kind of like industrial boiler room, a bunch of sweaty goths in a warehouse going like fucking like it's like it's really upbeat, cool, like groovy, like sort of kind of drum and bass in a way, but it's like very dark, and I thought it was really cool, and I ended up listening to it a lot
nice.
after I finished the game.
Does it like a fun game?
It is a very good game. It was one of my 10 out of 10 games of last year. I had 5 10 out of 10 games last year, which is crazy.
It was also
It was
it was
a good
0
game.
punctuations for the game of the year, I believe. I watched
Oh,
that,
really?
Watched that the other day. Yeah.
That's surprising, yeah. I thought he wasn't allowed to like anything.
Well, yeah, but he's got to do his top 5. So.
It was my least shit game of last year. But yeah, Neon White soundtrack by Machine Girl. He's also got a couple other really good actual albums he did that weren't OSTs.
Have you listened to anything else by Machine Girl?
Yeah, I listened to. I can't remember what it's called. It's got like a wolf mask on the front cover, and it's a lot weirder, but it's also really good. So
Machine Girl. I
yeah,
hope she finds
It's a
some eyes.
Machine
it's a
Girl
dude.
Kelly.
it's a dude called Machine Girl.
That's
Oh.
disappointing.
Yeah, I was disappointed as well. Yeah, go on, Greg.
Alright. So, oh yeah, so I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I listened to this this year. It's quite a short album. It is Smite and Ignite by Pentakill.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know. It's fucking amazing. It's so creative, and like each song has different styles. Like one song is like really sort of industrial. One's like proper full-on power metal. They throw in little groovy breakdowns. They got like little electronic sounding sections. It's just really, really good. The singer's voice is amazing, and generally, like, I don't know what it is about League of Legends, but like, it must inspire such creativity because that Pentakill is amazing.
Yeah.
That fucking Arcane Netflix show
Yeah,
was
Arcane
really
was
good.
really good.
I think it just there's a really strong sense of like style.
Loads of people say that the worst thing about League of Legends is the game.
This
Yeah,
League of
it
Legends.
I see that.
Everything else is great.
The world and the characters and everything.
Yeah. I think the Riot's like the developers or the people who do the actual like world building and plots and everything like that, they deserve a pat on the back, and then the game developers deserve to be shot. So
Well, they've got a League
That album is
MMO
amazing.
coming out in the next like year or so, and I've got all my eggs in with a basket of it being good because I need a good MMO. Well, other than
Yeah.
WoW. But
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you'd sunk all your money into it.
yes, I am an investor. I'm out of the board
It's actually
meetings,
just a
like-
Ponzi
I mean,
scheme.
if you said you were an investor, I would have believed you.
Yeah, I mean that's the sort of shit I would do, to be fair.
Heavily
But
that album is amazing.
yeah,
Did
it's
you listen
good.
to the other two?
bits and pieces. Yeah, I need to go back and like have a proper listen.
The Yawn is such a good vocalist. He's like in
Is that his name? Yawn.
Yawn, yeah, he's in Avantasia and a few others.
You on land.
and
Yeah.
then-
Smite and Ignite is the second one, right? They released a new album last year called
no,
Lost
Smite
Chapter.
Ignite's the first one.
it's the
I think.
first album.
Oh, is it the
yeah.
first
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
What was the second one called then?
Dunno.
Shall I look it up?
Graham.
Graham, yeah.
Graham.
Graham the
Smite and Ignite, Graham. And
oh It was called Grasp of the Undying. Apparently, that's the second album.
And then the third one's
Lost
Lost Chapter. Lost Chapter
Right.
came out recently, and it is good as well.
Mm.
That had Redemption, which was one of your like songs of the year. I remember.
I listened to that to death because they got brought in Battle Beast Lady. She's such a good
There
singer.
you go. The Chub web expands. We're talking about Battle Beast.
Oh, yeah.
It also had the guy from Coldplay in it as well.
Chris Martin was just like,
Imagine. He was there on the triangle. He couldn't do anything else.
it's just like, and it was all yellow.
Oh god. Cool. So, yeah, that was that album. I fucking loved it. The best song was Lightbringer.
Yeah,
That's a great fucking song.
That's a good song. I don't know if that's my faivourite one or Last Whisper. It's my favourite.
Oh,
one.
Last
That was
was
also
good as well.
Oh, and Death Fire Grasp was really good as well.
Yeah.
I like Thornmail as well.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that one that much.
That was very good.
Yeah. Go on, Zach.
All right. My number 5 is Reckless Love's Turbo Rider. They you like Cobra Kai? You like Cobra
I
Kai?
do.
The
Yeah.
new Reckless Love album is just Cobra Kai. It's amazing. It's literally just like no, fight, whoa, 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 music. And it's got like 80s fucking synth, and it's just got that snare sound.
They
And
just decided to make their own Kung Fu Kid
yeah,
OST.
they changed their sound. They hadn't released an album in like 8 years. I think the last one was 2014. Or maybe 16. Either way, it's been a while. And yeah, I'm glad they have, because I have been listening to glam metal for a long time. And as much as I love it, it's, gone stale for me.
Yeah.
And this new album with it's just modernized glam. It's amazing.
You need something fresh.
It's like the fight scene in like the school in Cobra Kai, that kind of music. That was, it's just that.
Yeah.
Dude, every time an episode ended of Cobra Kai and it hit that, I was like, it's so hype, man. The Simpsons. Yeah, it's so good.
And, it's great. Not much else to say, really.
Best song?
Best song, Turbo Rider. It's I played it a couple of times at pre-drinks and stuff. It's just hype.
That's such a fucking
I think I've got that
cheesy
saved
hardcore
as well.
name as
You
well.
do, yeah.
Mm.
It's it's just so good.
Yeah, I think I had
Here comes Turbo Rider, the soul survivor.
Yeah,
It's
I've got.
just-
I put that on on like a road tripping playlist that me and Hannah have. So yeah, it's just like
Nice.
She's a turbo rider.
she's sure. What?
What does that?
Wait,
even
what
mean?
are you saying?
I'm saying she drives fast.
Oh yes, yeah.
What?
Obviously.
Obviously, of course, I should have known.
See, I was just under the impression that she liked Turbo, the 2006 hit Dreamcast animated film
You're like,
about the snail.
about yeah.
Do you mean DreamWorks?
Yeah,
Dreamcast.
Did I say Dreamcast? Fuck, I fucked it.
I just really like that one shit Judas
Fuck
Priest
my
album.
Turbo
I
Lover.
forgot that, I forgot
that's
that was
such a
even
good
a
song,
film.
though.
Isn't the album just called Turbo? I think.
I can't remember. What the fuck are you doing?
Who put that up?
My rubbish.
Ben, you go.
Speaking of rubbish,
I'm gonna check if it's recording, lol. Keep going.
Oh God, can you imagine?
Episode
everyone?
what you just
Keep going.
you could hard cut, right?
Oh, keep going.
It's
just like,
organic.
keep going.
It's true. It's real.
Okay, so my next album.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I'm gonna turbo ride.
Keep.
So, along the same vein as what Zach was saying, you were feeling that was it hair metal that you were saying was getting a bit stale?
Hair glam,
Glam
sleaze, the
was
whole
getting a bit stale, and then that
shebang of
revitalized
party
it. Yeah. So I've actually been feeling the same for post punk. I've kind of been a bit like I've been dipping more into like just normal punk, especially from like being in the band and everything like that.
Yeah.
However, Fontaine's DC's most recent second album, Skinty Fear, has revitalized that.
Yeah.
I've listened to it.
It's probably my dad's also favorite album of 2022.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. It's just, Fontaine's DC just do really good post-punk, Irish, like, everything sucks and we're sad, but also it's great.
Nice.
And
I enjoy their suffering.
yeah, hey man. Suffering makes for some of the best art.
Would you say it's like a lot like Doggerel, or?
So it's a lot more like downbeat. Like a lot of the songs are a little bit on the softer side. Like obviously in Doggerel they had, like a lot more upbeat punky songs like Liberty Bell and stuff like that, where they'd be a bit more like like ooh. But in this album it's a little bit more on the post rather than the punk. Jackie Down the Line and I Love You and everything like that on some of my favourite sort of songs of the album. And they're a bit more like maybe groovy is not the word, but they're a little bit more like vocally sort of important, and the rest of the music kind of just like supports it and rides with it, and it's just a really beautiful sad album.
Nice. So in 40 years, when is it going to be post punk?
It'll be past the post punk.
Oh,
It'll be past
past the post punk.
It'll be it's gonna be
Past punk.
past punk.
I feel like this naming system with post metal and post punk is kind of like when they made New Super Mario Bros. In 2006.
Yeah.
It's just the
That's
same.
not you.
They'll reboot it one day. You know when they reboot a movie franchise, but it's not like number 4. They just call it the original name again, and it becomes really confusing. Like Doom 2016.
God of War.
Honestly,
it'll be like that. So we'll just come back around to punk again.
It's just punk.
Nowadays,
maybe like, is it Punk 2040 or Punk 20?
Like 1980.
1980. Yeah.
I'm convinced that when you just add post to something, you're basically just saying sometimes it's a little slower. And it's probably mixed with some kind of shoegaze.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a bit of a deconstruction, isn't it?
Like post-punk, when like after the punk scene was a bit more slower and a bit more like gothier and sadder. Post-rock is just like movie soundtrack music, and post-metal is just shoegaze metal. Like all post is kind of just like it's what you like, but a little slower.
We took a bunch of fucking Xanax before we recorded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nice.
that's number 4 for me.
Well, I like the fast songs in Doggerel. So
yeah. Well, you would hate this album then. Sorry,
okay.
not for you.
Yeah. Rendition of Liberty Bell or whatever it's called.
Dude, you're fucking halfway to being Irish now.
Did you have a best song? Did you say it already?
Yeah. Sorry, mine was either I Love You. I love you.
I love you too, man. What was the best song then?
Also, Jackie Down the Line.
I Jackie Down the Line. You too, man.
What's your best song? I Jackie Down the Line. You.
Anyway.
Speaking of strong, my number 4 was another soundtrack, and it was from what we were talking about earlier, which was Bocce the Rock. Chainsaw Man. I don't even remember any music.
It was very heavy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a listen. But no, it's Bocce the Rock. It's they released a whole album of all songs from the series and some extra songs that aren't even in the fucking series.
Yeah.
Called Kesoku Band, which is what the band in Bocce are called, which means elastic tie.
Nice.
Which is it's about their kinship together as friends. And I really fucking enjoyed Bocce.
I thought it was some gimp. Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's about.
Do you want to explain what it is?
All of
the viewers.
Yeah, it's all of the fucking. So it's an anime about a girl who is like super socially awkward, and she's like, I really want to make friends, so I'm going to learn guitar, so I'm so cool that people have to approach me, and I don't have to approach them. And then she starts learning guitar in like the beginning of middle school, and then she just does nothing but go home and play guitar all day. And then she gets to high school and she's like, fuck, I need to make some friends. And so she like ends up joining a band, but she's like absolutely insane at guitar. It's just very wholesome memes.
Her first gig, she played it in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
So is this the anime version of Glee?
Kind of, but it's less.
No.
It's less. It's less.
No, there's no Glee Club.
They don't burst
They
into
go
song
through a rock.
randomly.
Oh.
Like they like her.
What's the point then?
The one of the main characters. It sounds shit. One of the main characters' sisters owns like a club, and they play shows there and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty real. It's pretty well done. Like
It's not real.
the
I've
visual-
never seen a 12-year-old play like that.
She's not 12.
They are 12.
No, they're like
Man, some 12-year-olds are
16,
fucking
17.
amazing
No,
at
they're
guitar.
12.
what? They're in high school.
Yeah, bro, I started high
Google
school
it.
when I was 11.
Google it right now. I swear
she's
the
12.
I swear the show said they were 12.
No
Also,
way.
there are some amazing real 12-year-old guitarists.
What? Yeah, but they're also amazing at drums and singing and
Like Graham.
rhythm and bass.
Huh?
That's why I felt like a pedo when I was watching it. 'Cause they're 12.
Oh.
They're actually
Don't-
12.
Cut that.
Because you were attracted to them?
Yeah, like I was watching it, I was like, that's so fruit. No, okay, when she's introduced in middle school, she's 12. Later on, in like the main bulk of the series, she's 16.
Oh.
Doesn't matter anyway, she's sick of guitar because she doesn't go outside.
Yeah.
And the songs are really good. There's this one song called Ano Bando, which they play at,
Oh, from Dark Souls.
yes, Ano Londo.
Yeah.
They play at the club, like their first proper gig, and they're completely bombing, and Bocce's just like, I'm gonna fucking do this, and busts out a sick solo, and it's really, really well shot, and the song's really good. It's like kind of, if it reminds me of it, it's like Japanese block party. It's very kind of got really nice little grooves and cool little weird guitar sounds and stuff. Yeah. I liked it. I would recommend it. Anyway,
I liked it.
it all great.
Fucking
Decent.
weeb.
I am a huge
Drag
fan.
a sec. Got nicotine.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Alright, so my next choice is a bit of a random choice. I don't particularly know a lot about this band. I haven't done a lot of research, but I just found myself enjoying the fuck out of it whenever it came on my shuffle.
Go on.
And it is "Edge of the Earth" by Silosis.
Oh,
Silosis
Silosis.
really is, yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're like melodic death metal.
Yeah, they're kind of metalcore-y as well.
Yeah.
Who's Metal Corey? Thank you everyone.
Who's melodic death metal?
You know when we were all celebrating at the beginning with the claps, you just edit that in.
that requires too much work. Look, if I'm not cutting the pedo bit out, I'm not putting that.
But now, if you are cutting that bit, you also have to cut when you just referenced
Oh,
it just now.
fuck.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
But yeah,
Just gonna start saying really horrible things, so you have to
Oh,
cut
God.
around that.
That'd be annoying.
Oh.
Fun fact: Claire's English teacher was the dad of one of the members of Silosis
Really?
in secondary
What?
school.
no way.
Yeah.
Wow, strict the chub way. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Fair.
I listened to I really liked Silosis when they released their first album, but I've not listened to them since, and that was a long ass time ago.
They've got a lot. I don't know which one of the what order Edge of the Earth is, like what number album it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, all their albums are good. I just found particularly this one. I liked all the songs. They gave me that proper exciting but musical feeling. It reminded me of when I was young and I first discovered In Flames and Children of Bodom and stuff, and it reignited that spark for me.
If you could describe Silos as someone that's never listened to them before, i.e. me, if you could describe them to me, what do they sound like? Or compare them to another band, maybe.
To me, they're like Trivium if they had cooler Children of Bodom-esque guitar riffs.
So kind of like metalcore-y.
Yeah, metalcore, but with more it's more technical.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Prog metalcore.
I guess it's somewhere in between In Flames and something like Trivium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
the
probably
singing's
like it,
great.
to
The
be
guitar riffs are fucking cool. And yeah, it's just really easy to listen to, I thought. It's quite hard to pick a favourite song. It's quite a long album, but I think my favourite song was probably Altered States of Consciousness. That was a very, very good song.
Altered State.
Nice.
Put it on my liked songs.
But you haven't heard it.
Yeah, what if you don't like it?
Then I unlike it.
You'd be like, fuck you, Greg, why did you choose that?
I'll just message him after this. Like,
You make me do
You
this.
lied.
wasted
You lied
3
to
minutes
me.
of my life.
I trusted you.
Wasters, out January 16th.
And hey, man, I've got to watch a whole fucking anime to understand your album, so
Yeah, true.
I'm
I'm gonna get put on the sex offenders register for watching yours.
It's only 12
Zach,
Hello.
speaking of register, what's your next...
Speaking of sex register.
Register.
Who's Reg, dude?
Who's
Register. My number 4 is Creator, Hate Uber Alice.
Oh, yeah.
Got anything to say about it?
I don't know, Ben just put me off. So oh, yeah. Okay. I first got into Creator because they headlined Bloodstock 2021. And they're like European thrash metal. The difference between American and European thrash metal is that European thrash metal is a bit more melodic. It's got like actual like melody, whereas American thrash is like, let's play fast.
Good, because that's exactly what thrash needs, in my opinion.
Yeah, you'd like Creator, I think. And they're German, and they're great. And the bassist is really cool. He holds his bass like this. It's quite cool. And yeah.
Well, like,
I feel
very
like
high up.
there's a bass there. Talk amongst yourselves.
I also went... Oh, my voice went, whoa. Hey, whoa.
You sound like Chris Thomas.
Hey, oh, I got a bubble in my throat. Hey.
He holds it like this.
Oh, he's kind of like
He's got his elbow out.
Yeah.
He just looked fucking massive on stage.
He's just cool. He's wide
It
boy
just
in
looks
it.
like a crab.
That's just because of the ceiling. But yeah, they were amazing at Bloodstock.
They certainly were. I was also there. They were great. Saw them for the first time, and... Well,
So your first time hearing them?
It was the first time ever hearing them at all. Didn't even listen to anything before, because I just go to Bloodstock and I'm just like, whatever. Don't even listen to the bands. It's all fresh. And I'm pretty sure like most of the time I was like, every time there was a really good riff.
Some good chonkers. What's amazing is like they've been going since the 80s. But I feel like their last 3 or 4 albums have been their best, which is quite rare in a band.
Yeah.
Like, they've really hit their stride, and like they're just going to keep going up, I think, now. Because their last 2 albums especially were amazing.
Yeah, I'll give it a spin.
Yeah.
I've never really listened.
Hey Tuber Alice. It's all like, I think, I put the album on, and then I go, that's a good song. I don't.
Speaking
know
of
what it's
Hateful
called.
Politics by Chub.
So,
out now.
hey! So I couldn't tell you what my favourite song is because I just stick the album on and I don't look at the song if it's good. I just go, that's a nice song. And then I don't check out what it's called.
Sergio Corbucci is dead.
What?
Conquer and Destroy. Demonic Future.
Is this Hate Uber Alice?
Yeah.
I thought you
Killer
were
of
just telling us that
Jesus.
someone died.
He's got a song called Killer of Jesus.
Who's dead?
Sergio.
He's the...
That's right. Microwave Dave is dead. Microwave Dave is out next month, February. It's coming out soon.
February.
Yes.
Anyway.
That's all I have to say, really. Good European thrash metal.
Yeah, go on.
Go on, Ben.
Go on, me. So, going from what I was saying earlier when I was like, I've been falling out of love with post-punk and I'm listening to more punk. Well, that punk's coming in right now because the next 3 albums are basically all punk albums.
Is one of them our album?
No.
Album coming out.
Album.
Someone said album. Album.
Out April 2022.
Ish. Don't hold us to that.
Whose album?
Kyle, is it still recording?
I'll check.
Thank you.
It is 30 minutes and 20 seconds.
Nice.
Good. So anyway. Alright, thanks for sitting down.
I will! I'll just fucking stand over there!
Yeah, well, thanks. My third album is Here's What You Could Have Won by Kid Capici.
Oh, yeah.
And me
We're
and
seeing
Hannah,
them next month, right?
we are seeing them next month, February 2nd, I think they're playing at Chalk. They're sold out gig. Well, they're almost sold out tour as well, so congrats to those guys.
With Snakes, Brighton band, go listen to
And
Snakes.
Monarchies as well.
Oh, and Brighton Monarchies, yeah.
Not Chub though. We weren't invited, were
and me and Hannah saw them previously at Delaware as well. And they were supported by Motor Optimists and Bad Nerves as well.
Bad Nerves.
Foreshadowing, maybe.
Ooh.
Ooh. And they were amazing. They played the album in its entirety, and it's basically kind of like the stuff that we're going for in a way that's like, political commentary, but also a cheeky side. Like they've got really catchy songs like Cops and Robbers and I Envy You. And like New England as well, which also has Bob Dylan featuring.
Really?
Yeah. So not Bob Dylan, but Bob Dylan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
That's why you just said it wrong.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. Wow.
Holy shit.
No, it's from start to finish, the whole album is just class. It's a really fun time, but it also kind of speaks to everything that we're going through like 13 years of austerity and Tory government, whilst also kind of being a bit tongue in cheek about other subjects. So it's really, really good. The guys are really nice. I've met a couple of them at gigs as well. And it's definitely one of the best albums to come out recently. So if that's the future of punk or punk coming from Sussex, then we've got good things ahead of us.
Who needs post-punk when we got such good present punk?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't need to be post and sad about it. You need to get angry. Get angry! But also funny.
It's like that meme. What was that meme I shared? It was like
Angry.
It was like
Angry.
It was like punk. I'm angry. Here's a song about it. It's like emo. I'm sad. Here's a song about it. Goth. I'm sad, but there's beauty. And then it was like ska. I'm angry, but I have a trumpet. Speaking of trumpet,
Wait, best song?
My favourite song on the album is New England, but I also really, really like I Envy You as well, because it's just the bass in all of the songs is just really, really like groovy, and when we saw them live, today I was saying about bass face, like the bassist just had this the whole time. He was like, oh, I felt like I was mimicking it. Like every time he had a dirty little bass riff, I was just like, yeah, that is gross. Yeah. So
you're telling me how to feel.
Yeah.
Non-verbally.
Yeah, but all of them are amazing musicians. So but those are my favourite songs.
Should probably actually listen to one of their songs before we go to the gig.
Yeah. You should. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, give the album a listen.
It's it's one of my albums of the year. So you should give it a listen, Kyle. What's
I
your
don't
next
give
album
a
of the
shit
year?
about it.
Tell us, Kyle.
Yes,
Kyle.
Where did I put my phone?
Why can't you just remember it?
Because I have the memory of a
us,
sieve.
Kyle.
Oh yes, so me and Greggy went to a gig.
Tell us, Kyle.
Bowl of neck bud!
Anyway,
Yeah, I forgot. No, a gig that was delayed for 3 years. 2019, we bought those tickets, and we finally got to see them. It was Opeth in November.
Oh, those tickets that long ago?
Yeah, dude.
Fucking hell.
Opeth. Went and saw them. Really, really good. Their new album, In Court of an Enemy, is their worst album they've ever done, so it's not that one. But when we did go, it was like their 20th anniversary tour thing. So they did by request, and they did a song off of every one of their albums, and and they did a song called "The More" off of their album "Still Life," and I bought a shirt of it because the album art's cool and it's downstairs. I'm not gonna go get it. I can't be asked. But
Lazy.
lazy.
Go get it.
Fuck off.
For the content. For the content.
Doing that. I'm scared.
We'll
No.
fill the air by just whilst you're downstairs by being like, "Tell us, Kyle."
Show us the shirt.
But Still Life, gave it a proper listen after that because I was like, well, The More's a really good song. And then I gave it a listen and I read the concept, and it's a very, very super, probably their most like goth album.
Oh,
But I really like it. It's also very heavy, and underappreciated album for me. I've listened to all of Opeth's albums a shitload, but I hadn't really given that one a proper listen, and it's one I missed out on because it's sick.
Nice.
Wicked sick.
They do have a fuckload of albums, to be fair.
Yeah, they've got like
Well, they played 13 on the tour, didn't they?
Yeah. So I mean, they've been going for a minute.
I love Opeth, but they're kind of hard work. I think when we said on the Opeth episode, like, to sit down and listen to a whole album, I'm a bit like, by the end of it.
what was it? What the album we listened to? Waterboy.
Watershed. Waterboy. Needle dick. fucking Opeth starring Adam Sandler. Fucking album art is like some dude in a chair facing a window, and it's just fucking Adam Sandler. But yeah, fucking Waterboy by Opeth. Great album.
I liked it, but it was hard work. Yeah, you're right.
Great.
So I'm guessing best song was The More.
Yeah, The More's really good. A Face of Melinda's amazing. White Cluster, no, not White Cluster. Godhead's Lament. It's really good. Yeah.
Nice. Mine. I don't know if it came out last year or the year before. It's been a long pandemic, but it is Rack Shack by Bloodywood.
Hey!
Nice.
Don't know about Bloodywood. They're an Indian band, and they play heavy metal. And they have also a guy who raps, so they're kind of nu metal-y, doing a bit of a Indian Linkin Park kind of thing. They do a lot of meme songs.
And they do a version of that, like, song.
They had Tunuk.
Yeah, that's what I think of,
So good.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be in my head.
The music video for that song is just so fucking funny. You ever watch like the original music video? It's just
Isn't it just them driving around in a car?
no.
No, the original with the green screen and the castle or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
not the
like-
Bloodywood.
Oh, the original tune.
Yeah.
I'm
so
thinking of
funny.
the original. Yeah,
It's very
Yeah.
Bollywood, isn't it?
No, I remember that because the guy who made it, like, people were like, he's only popular because all of his music videos have lots of hot women in, and he's like, fine, and he just made one where it's just him, and him, all like,
Oh, is that why it's like
that's
that?
why it's just him, because he was like, fuck you guys.
That's his best one.
Because people were like, "Oh, you just use women and stuff," and he's like, "Oh, I'll do it by myself," and it's the best.
Amazing. But yeah, so Bloodywood, they released a bunch of singles and like meme songs, and then they finally came out with an album, and it's fucking amazing. They got a couple of their older songs on it, like Maki Basad, and let me find it. I think
Ari on it.
Who's Marky Basad?
Ari is not on it. I think Danadan might have been one of their old ones.
Who's
Yeah, they're amazing. It's like fusion with kind of Indian folk, so they've got all the like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but it's also really heavy, and the singer's amazing, but he sings in kind of an Indian style.
Oh, his
His
growling
vocals
is
are
so
amazing.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they just seem like really wholesome dudes. Like, they're just spreading the culture. They're getting big now.
Yeah.
We're seeing them in March.
Yep.
And again at Download, hopefully.
Did you guys
Vlog of that on Meat and
Didn't they
Metal.
do-
Subscribe today.
subscribe to Meat and Metal?
Hey there,
Subscribe
hi.
to
I'm
me
ready
and
to
Metal.
die.
Subscribe to Meat and Metal.
Didn't they play Prince Albert, or did they get
No, they
cancelled?
were going to play Prince Albert, and now it's been moved to Chalk. That's the one that we have
Patton.
tickets for.
Patton.
Patton, yeah. That's another one we've been waiting years for, I think.
Yeah.
Fucking ages, dude.
But yeah, that's going to be sick. And the album is amazing. And my favourite song is Aj.
I
but that was an Arch choice.
I won't argue with that.
They also have really funny tour names. Their last tour was called Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah. I think I've got a T-shirt of them when we saw them at Bloodstock, and that tour was like something like Revenge of the 9 Inch Nail or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
9 Inch Nails.
No.
Yeah, check them out.
All right, I will.
Give them a rack check.
You already have.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Go over there.
What's
Oh,
your
sorry.
Suspense is killing me!
My number 3 is Merciful Fate's Melissa.
Ooh!
Merciful Fate, King Diamond's first band? I don't know much about King Diamond. I've never actually listened to King Diamond, but I've listened to Merciful Fate because they were headlining Bloodstock last year now.
He has pretty makeup.
He does. And he's a very, very high voice.
His name is Kim Bendix.
Way! Bendix. I think they're Danish.
Yeah.
And they've just got some fucking great riffs on that album. Remember when I saw them with you, and every like song you just hear you just going like, oh, from behind me.
I tend to do that a lot with like headline bands at Bloodstock or Download or anything. If I haven't heard much of their stuff, I'm just like so surprised by amazing riffs, and I'm just like, oh!
Yeah.
My problem with Merciful Fate and King Diamond is I just can't get past the vocals, like the really high vocals.
They're part of it.
They're part of it.
It's part of the experience.
I feel like I'd have to. It'd be an acquired taste for me because I've never been able to push
Well, it's
past
not
it.
your number 3 though, is it?
Way!
Get fucked.
Oh yeah, but you can get past it for bands like Judas Priest, though, right?
And the Darkness.
Yeah, but I feel like they're not as like piercing.
It's basically the same level
Well,
of bass.
that side,
I guess it might be mixed up.
he is in his 70s and he can still hit those notes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Yeah.
And he brought his grandson on stage or something.
No, it was his son.
And it was really wholesome. And
Yeah.
everyone like chanted his name.
Yeah. He was just staring at the audience for ages, and then suddenly he was just like,
Yeah. To be fair, Kyle, I hear you because Claire listened to a lot of Merciful Fate on the lead up to Bloodstock, and before I jumped in and I listened to their whole discography in preparation for them at Bloodstock,
Yeah.
I used to take the piss out of Claire saying they're Poundland Priest. It really annoyed her. But then I actually jumped in, and I liked it, but when I saw them live, it kind of clicked. And then after I walked away, I'm like, that was sick. And now I listen to them.
There's a lot of bands like that though, where you don't think much of them and you see them live, and then you're like,
You
this
stop
band's fucking
kicking the
sick.
fucking table with the microphone on it.
Fuck!
Thank you. Yeah, there are a lot of bands.
Bam, bam,
What bands have you seen that clicked when you saw them live?
I saw Architects recently, and I never really liked them until I saw them, but now I've actually been listening to them quite a lot.
Because of live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Amon Amarth way more after I saw them live.
Yeah, same actually.
I liked them enough before, but then after seeing them live, I was like, I really liked them, and I was just like, oh, I get it.
That stage show.
Yeah.
I think I had like 2 Amon Amarth songs that I liked, and I was like, oh, they're okay. And then when I saw them at Bloodstock, and I was like, I don't really care about this band. And I remember at the time I was like, eh. And then afterwards I was like, okay, that was actually really fucking good.
Yeah, the Amon Amarth are also another band where their last like 3 or 4 albums have been like their best.
Yeah.
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 That'll do it.
Yeah, Berserkers, I think, probably one of my favourites.
Yeah, and Yom's Viking.
Yes.
Still my favourite is Twilight of the Thunder God, though.
But yeah, Merciful Fate, Melissa.
Sick.
Good stuff.
Yay!
Is that the one with like the chariot on the cover, or like it's one of those old?
It's the one with the skull. Or a lot of them have skulls. I think the best song is "Come to the Sabbath." That riff is so good.
Oh my god, I can't.
Oh.
What does it sound like?
That
Does sound good.
Yeah.
It starts going like down, and then he starts saying.
Oh, he starts singing into it.
That's so good.
Well,
Yeah.
should give it a listen.
Yeah, I've heard "Don't Break the Oath" is supposed to be like 10
that
out of
was
10.
good song. That's how that riff goes. It's one of those riffs that they just chug on one note.
Destroy that note.
Yeah.
Sick. Go on, Ben.
All right.
Number 2.
Well, I'm not sure if you. Wait, hang on. Let me just look at your lists.
It's right next to the mic.
I think it's the same
I'm
as
glad
yours.
you're doing that.
Is it that?
Yeah, I think this might have to be a joint one, unless that's your number one. Is that your number one? Okay.
It's number 2.
All right. Well, this is mine and Carl's joint one then. In that case,
Joint number 2. Yes.
it certainly is.
So you went and got that, but not the T-shirt.
This is right here.
You lazy cunt.
Props.
Bad. No. That's too
Yeah. So that's our joint number 2 album.
Is it still recording?
Just see the audio spike.
It's just like, oh my god, stop screaming. Are you checking if it's still?
Dude, it's like the bane of my life. It's like recording for like half an hour, and it's like you ran out of storage 5 minutes in. You didn't realise.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, again, another punk album. From front to back, it's fucking.
Is that how you wipe?
Yeah, well, I hope so. Someone does it the other way, just like.
That's not how it works! Is that the only way you wipe your ass? You just pull it all up your back? Like...
All and back round to the front.
But I feel like if you wipe
Just
back,
infinity.
if you wipe back to front, you're probably
Dislocating your arms.
You're more likely to get shit on your bollock, right? Do you wipe? Is this self?
I've never thought about it, but I don't think I've ever had poo on my nuts.
Do you wipe back?
Wait, you
to
go
front?
back to front?
I don't even think about it.
You wipe that,
But you know,
that's
right?
kind of
Like-
weird though, right?
What?
Back to front.
I used to.
Really?
But it depends if I'm.
I don't have a fucking
do.
fanny.
Okay.
Okay.
You might get
What I
poo
do
on your
is
nuts.
I grab
I've
my
never
nut.
had poo on my nuts.
Well,
You've got
Ben,
much
are you
saggier
sure?
nuts than I
True.
do.
Yeah, I've got
Then
big
what
nuts.
I've got
You grab your
my nuts are
lift
much
them
more
up,
taut
and
than
then you
Ben.
go in.
You
You put one leg behind your head.
Yeah.
You get a fucking car jack.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
How did we? I don't even know how.
Because you said front to back.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
It's a great album, back to front as well.
Yeah, it's a really, really good album. And
Sorry, Bad Nerves, if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Bad Nerves, if you're watching, how do you wipe?
Yeah, tell us in the comments. It's all killer, no filler. Every single
It
song.
really is. It's so catchy as well.
Like they're all catchy.
All their choruses are catchy as fuck.
Yeah, they're all really fast. They all like get you really pumped. The singer has an incredible voice. It's got a really, really high register. It's just like it
kind of gives me like his vocals are kind of Gerard Way-esque. They give me kind of like that MCR kind of. They're kind of pop punky vocals, but it's like very unabashed like punk instruments.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just, and they're like
higher end.
all the songs like they don't outlast their welcome. Like most of the songs are like 2 minutes long or something.
Right,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any longer, and I'm like,
Yeah. Have you given the album a listen, Zach?
No.
Honestly, like it's a
It's
you
really
album.
good. Yeah.
It's like I think if you you.
No, it's
That's
an
the
A
worst
album.
grade.
you didn't show up to the test.
You put his name.
It's a Zach Smith album. I reckon if you listen to it,
That's
the
the
whole
worst
thing.
grade.
You're the Zach Smith. Why did you rate me Zach Smith?
The only other recommendation I've listened to from you was Glue, and I liked that.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Glue, another Sussex
Are they from
punk
Sussex?
bands. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like all the.
Speaking of the CHUB web, you know we listen to Levelers.
Yeah.
You know there's that big bus in between here and Sainsbury's that's like the homeless bus.
Oh yeah.
That has a Levelers trailer on the back of it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Levelers are from Brighton.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Why does everyone see all the best bands come from around here? Like Chub the band.
Yeah.
Album out in April.
It's like-
We're from the best coast.
Wasters, Monday 6th. Yeah, so
We better actually get the album out in April now that we keep saying it.
Oh, we will. Don't you worry.
what did you say?
Don't you worry.
Like, don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
So the hard thing is really is trying to find what our favourite song of the album is, because every song.
Well,
is
what's
so
your least
good.
favourite?
Well, I don't remember the name.
Probably Last Beat, which is like the second to last song on the album.
Yeah.
I think. It's probably just as it goes towards the end. Whilst it's still a really good song, like the last. The last song, Dreaming, is amazing, but the two before that are a little bit like but they're still
Yeah,
really, really good.
That's still good, yeah.
But it kind of falls flat a tiny bit. So
My
so-
favourite, the one I've had stuck in my head most, is Palace.
yeah.
Just like, I think I first listened to that album like over a year ago, and still every other day I'm just like, why does a queen get a fucking palace but not me? Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.
Yeah, like it's. I've got really fond memories of it as well because I was listening to it like loads
When we were living together.
when we were living together, and also when like me and Hannah pretty much just met.
Mm.
So when we were going through like we were like doing the whole dating thing, and when we go on car journeys, we listen to that album, and it really reminds me of like those early days. So really nice memories attached to that as well. So thanks, Bad Nerves.
Thank you.
But yeah,
My nerves are good now.
like it's still one of the albums where I'm like, if I want to put an album on and I don't want to have to like change any songs or anything like that, and we'll listen to it the entire way through, that's one of them. Apart from my number one as well. So yeah.
And we met them when we went to see Anna Managuchi.
Yes.
They were very nice.
Yes.
They were super wholesome and very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh yeah, we did.
Where they're
Nice.
not full of themselves. The opposite.
Humble.
Humble. They were very humble. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I met Sam, the drummer, at the
Capici.
the Kid Capici gig because as Kid Capici were about to start, Sam came out and I think he was really drunk, and he saw that I was wearing a Bad Nerves top, and he was like, "My man, oh my god!" And I was just speaking to him and his girlfriend, and yeah, he was just a really, really nice guy. They just seemed like a really nice group of guys. So
Yeah.
It's good for you recognised him. There's some bands I love that if the drummer came up to me, I'd be like, "Who are you?"
you know what? There was like a very brief second where I was like, "Wait, hang on." I wasn't quite sure, but then I was like, "Wait, I think he's actually part of the band," and I was like, "Oh."
I mean, it helps that you'd just seen them play.
Yeah, we literally just saw them. So yeah, if they weren't the support and he was just there randomly, I probably would have been like, "Hey, man."
Hey, you like Bad Nerves too?
But no, like really, really nice group of guys. So
Yeah.
definitely check him out if you haven't.
Other good songs. Baby Drummer gets stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you, baby drummer. And Radio Punk.
yeah.
Really good.
Can't Be Mine.
Can't Be Mine, obviously. Actually, yeah. Can't Be Mine is just a slammer. A slam band.
Mad
yeah.
Mind. Yeah, all of them are
Very good album.
really,
It's
really
their debut as well, so I mean, fucking hell, boys. Mixed very well. Sounds pretty.
You know what other debut is going to be just as good? Album coming out.
April. Well done, everyone.
We did it. We did advertise it.
We made it happen.
We announced it.
All right. Well, that was both of
That's
us.
both
So go on,
of
Greg.
them.
Sick. All right. So my number two. This was a band that we saw at Download 2022. I'd never really.
I was there.
I was also there.
No, wait. Did I see you?
Who are you?
Through the haze of alcohol, yes.
Yeah.
Mead and Metal vlog of Download 2020.
Yeah, subscribe to me.
Links in the
Wow.
description. Links definitely in the description. Well, aren't they, Zach?
Yeah, I'll remember.
Yeah, so it was a band that we saw there. I listened to them sort of on the run up to Download. Fucking fell in love, and I've been obsessed ever since. It's Volbeat, but
Volbeat.
it was really hard to pick an album because all my favourite songs are all spread out. So I ended up going with Seal the Deal and Let's Boogie, because that had the most of my good songs on it.
It's the album before last, isn't it?
I think this one might be a bit old.
Is the album
Seal the
called
Deal?
Seal the
Let's
Deal
get
and
it
Let's
on
Boogie?
tonight.
Yes, it was from
Okay.
2016. Yeah, it's the one before last.
Is it about seals?
And it's about a seal called Deal.
Yeah.
It's got a picture,
Seal
of,
the deal.
picture of a goat man on the front. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the boxer guy, and there's
Yeah.
like random goat man behind him. But
That's
yeah,
a great album.
it's got 6 songs such as The Devil's Bleeding Crown,
Mm.
For Evit.
For Evit?
For Evit is a great song. Battleship Chains is possibly my favourite Volbeat song.
I think for you, it's maybe Danish.
Yeah, it is. They have another song on the album called The Bliss, which is like the same song but with English lyrics. But I swear, I thought For Evit meant something else.
Yeah, I mean, Opeth, speaking of Opeth's most recent album, they have a Swedish version of their most recent album and an English one, and the songs have completely different names.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
weird.
really good.
Translated completely different.
Interesting. Maybe it's just really hard to translate, so they made it like fit so it sounded right instead of keeping the meaning of the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Volbeat, really cool. They're like rockabilly infused metal. They're inspired by like Johnny Cash and Elvis, especially the singing style. But they also go really hard, and they just have some really, really catchy riffs and hooks. Lola Montez is probably my favourite song of theirs in general. Lola Montez. But yeah, it's just a really, really good band, good album. Me and Mel saw them
On Zach's channel, Mead and Metal. Is a
Mead and Metal,
bonus.
like and subscribe.
Bonus Volbeat.
Yeah, they were excellent. And yeah, best song on this album for me, probably either For Evit or Battleship Chains.
Nice. No, they are
Also,
fantastic.
good Pokemon.
Good Pokemon.
True.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
The band came first though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ruby and Sapphire came out and Volbeat was a Pokemon.
I
Yeah.
can't remember. I looked up what it meant.
It's
I
not
can't
really
remember
that
now.
good of a Pokemon, if I'm honest.
No, it's the Fireflies.
It's a bit shit. It's a bit shit, really.
Don't hate, because you ain't.
A Volbeat.
Mr. Fucking my favourite Pokemon's a metal chicken.
Metal chicken's got a chicken, bro. Macaque.
You're a cock.
Big cock.
Nah, Volbeat are sick. I enjoyed them. They were great download. And when I was editing the vlog of Volbeat, kind of regret not going. It looked awesome.
Oh, you didn't go? It downloaded.
No, it's
No, when
the
you
one
were-
Oh,
with
it's
you
gig.
and Mel.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was like, fuck, why did I go? Shit.
Yeah, they were really good. He had a cold. It was like the last show of their tour, but he just powered on through.
Yeah, you didn't cancel like other artists. Did
Yeah, you could really see it. He had like bags under his eyes, and he was kind of like all inflamed around here. But
Do they still sound good?
yeah, he sounded great. He mentioned it as well. There was one point where he was like in the microphone, and he was just like, "Hey man, I've got cold." But yeah, they absolutely smashed it.
Nice.
Nice.
We're on number 2.
Yes.
My number 2 is a band called Night Flight Orchestra
Oh!
with their song that I mispronounced in the Meat and Metal video because of dyslexia, but it's called Aromantic. Whereas I thought it was Aromatic. Aromantic?
Aromantic Duck.
Aromantic 2.
Crispy, aromantic duck.
Night Flight Orchestra are a kind of like
Sorry.
are a dancey disco band with like rock elements or something.
Why the fuck were they at Bloodstock?
Because I'm glad they were.
Yeah, me too.
And they're like their theme is like a
Weren't they like headliners at
1960s
Bloodstock?
fucking flight attendants and stuff. They were headlining. They were closing the whole festival.
Yeah.
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 So they were the final band playing.
Yeah, but it was Lamb of God that was headlining.
Oh, okay.
Do they have lyrics about being flight attendants, or is it just costumes?
It's just costumes. It's got 2 women who just stand there doing that, and then they sing, do backing, and they're really good. And
Do they do like to exit the venue?
I think I think they
Did
did.
they? I was very
I think
drunk.
they did a few things like that. They were like,
Throwing out little packets of peanuts.
yeah, peanuts, yeah, chucking peanuts at people.
All the people with peanut allergies are like, yeah, yeah!
This band tried to kill me.
But the guy has a fucking phenomenal voice. He just occasionally, like every other song, he would just go so high pitched, and it'd be so impressive. Just like, and they've just got really catchy songs. And I after Bloodstock, I listened to their whole discography, and I think this was their best album.
What's your favourite ever like synth / riff that they do?
Well, it's the song. It's the riff that like we've got a song coming out, album 2 out someday, with All Breaks No Gas. The riff in that was inspired by a riff from Night Flight Orchestra, and it's really good. Can't remember it, actually. I'm tired.
It's so good, I forgot.
My favourite one's the one that's like.
Oh yeah, I think that's.
Why does that sound like
Divinal? Yeah.
Why does that sound like fucking? Could we interest you in some chocolate?
Yeah, with all that. I sing that. White Jeans is probably my favourite song on the album, and they're just so good.
White Jeans.
And they were such a refreshing band to listen to at Bloodstock. The Sunday was the weakest day for us, but Claire wanted to see a bunch of black metal bands, so I just went over to see them with her. And so after watching them, and then I was like, it's just nice to have a refresher of some 80s disco. And
I do find at the end of Bloodstock sometimes it's like a whole weekend of it's just exhausting.
It really was a really, really nice palate cleanser, because no shade to any of those bands, because they were all amazing. Obviously, we had a really good time. But I think after, like you said, after we were at Bloodstock and everything was like having a band that's like la 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 la.
Yeah,
was just a really, really nice
and
palate cleanser.
That final song they always do
What an album! Where's that one, Alex?
Picnic of Love, yeah.
And their final song they get everyone to a conga. So the entire tent was just playing Snake on the Nokia. It was amazing.
Let's try and break the record for the biggest conga line.
Everyone in that tent was in a conga line, and it was chaos. It was so much fun.
That does sound good.
Loved it.
Yeah, if next time they play the UK, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
I don't know where they're from, actually.
I think there's something Norwegian or Swedish or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're Scandinavian or
I think they are
Swedish.
Scandinavians.
Go, Carl. Where are they from?
Who's Scandinavian?
Swedish.
Swedish. There you go.
Fucking Sweden with all the good bands. What are they
Their
having the water there?
bassist. I think
Volbeat Swedish.
they're Danish.
Oh, they're Dansk.
Yeah, I got that wrong as well.
Night Flight's bassist is the bassist of King Diamond.
Oh!
Because he said on stage, he was like, and our bassist, the bassist of King Diamond, he also loves disco.
Oh, right. Oh!
Did you see the chick from Fury, the one that we were all like?
Oh, Becky.
Yeah. She's playing bass for King Diamond.
Yeah, so
Oh!
that was crazy.
So, I mean,
I got a really drunk photo of her download that I completely forgot that I took. Yeah,
I think we saw them at the weird car park stage.
Yeah, they
thing,
were really good.
and then they came out afterwards.
Yeah, Fury, that is.
Fury,
Yeah.
very good man.
Yeah,
But completely unrelated.
they played the Carlisle last year, and I didn't go because I had fucking COVID.
Oh,
So annoying. But I think they're playing the Carlisle again this year.
What, in Hastings?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
We should
That's
look
my
into
number
playing
2.
Hasty.
Very nice.
I'm gonna vlog it because I want to start vlogging smaller bands.
Yeah, that's good.
Ben,
Well,
Neb,
my number 1 album.
do you have any honourable mentions?
Honourable mentions. Oh. I mean, I haven't got any album honourable mentions, to be honest. I was struggling to find albums that I actually listened to, because a lot of what I listened to last year and the year before were kind of just a lot of singles. I've been really, really into a lot of local musicians and everything, and trying to, support the local scene. So it's been a lot of EPs and singles here.
Should we
and
just
there.
do some shout outs?
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out the boys in Demure,
yeah,
Rattlebacks,
Yeah.
fucking
Electric
Lambrini
Milk.
Girls, Electric Milk, Fuzz Pills.
yeah.
Stimpaks.
Yeah, the bands that we mentioned before, the Brighton bands as well. They're all amazing. We're all supporting our local scene, and we've got like loads and loads of gigs coming up. They're all in Green Door Store and everything. So
Electric Cowboy Club, Meantime Collective.
yeah,
Playing with them on the 28th at the Bee's Mouth.
so that being said, my number one album, I would say my number one album of the last couple of years, but also my number one album potentially might be in my top 10 ever.
Damn, boy.
Is a band called Wine Lips, and the album is called Mushroom Death Sex Bummer Party.
Yes.
Mushroom Death Sex
Bummer Party.
Amazing.
Right.
I know what they mean by bummer, but a bummer party sounds like something.
Yeah, I mean they're Americans, so
They sound like fucking like psychedelic porn crumpets or something.
Yeah, they're from America. I'm not sure where in America they're from. Sorry, they're not from America. They're from Toronto, Ontario.
Canada.
Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, Canada, America, whatever.
Yeah.
England,
North
Scotland,
America.
whatever.
But yeah,
Spain, Portugal, same thing.
they're described as like garage punk psychedelic quartet of
I thought you were going to say psychedelic core then. I was like...
psychedelic
They're
core,
post-psychedelic core.
and yeah, that was their debut album, and honestly, it's just one of the best fucking things I've ever listened to from front to back. You know, I genuinely thought...
Best thing I ever heard.
I genuinely thought that's how you
Oh,
want. The Bad Nerves one would be number one for me, and they almost were. And then I listened to these guys, and to tell you the truth, they you know how Spotify, when you listen to an album, if you just keep it playing, it'll suggest songs that you might like to you. Wine Lips Eyes was the first song off the album, and it came up after I listened to that Bad Nerves album.
Is this the second band today that have had a song called Eyes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that like
sounds cold.
Yeah, eyes. I get it now. I didn't get it the first time you said it, but now I get it. I was like, why would eyes be called? What the fuck's wrong with you? I get it now. You mean ice like ice? Okay, thank you.
The classic say the joke again, but
Thanks for
louder.
saying it. Yeah. Thanks for saying it again. I feel like my ADHD just doesn't get it the first time, and then I'm like, ah!
Repetition is the key to comedy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chub for the band, since our album's coming out.
Is that how you wipe?
Oh, dude, first
Is
day.
it going to be called post?
Tell us, Kyle!
Where's your t-shirt, Kyle?
We're doing first aid.
We're not doing this again! This is one of my favourite albums of all time. We did this with Killswitch. We're not doing this again!
But with Killswitch, we came up with the album name because of it.
Maybe our next album is going to be called Is That How You Wipe?
Yes!
How you wipe?
Is that how you wipe? That's just a question.
People will have to listen. They'll be like, what the fuck is this about?
We have to have a song just called Front to Back. Oh god. No, we're not doing this again.
Too late.
Anyway, every single song of the album is amazing. It's again like the singer. The singer's got quite like a high kind of voice. It's punk again, and everything is just ridiculously fast. It's really groovy in places. There's a song called Kamikaze where he sings about doing the cha-cha, and the chorus is just, let's do the cha-cha, baby! And like, just that forever. And I'm just like, why is this so fucking good? Like, both my top two albums, like, lyrically, you know, as much as I fucking love them, like, the songs are just nonsensical most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's sometimes the key, is just as long as the actual musicianship is good, you could just be like, like bumblefuck wiggity wham, like with your lyrics. You don't have to say
I
shit.
should write that down. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's story. It's all up here, mate. All up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like as soon as I heard this whole album through for the first time, it was one of those like click moments where I was like, oh my god, that absolutely blew me away. And if you like Bad Nerves, you will absolutely love this album from Wine Lips.
Yeah.
So you need to give the whole thing.
I do love me a psychedelic death bum party.
But it's excuse me, it's a mushroom death sex bummer party.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Get
Get it right.
Mushroom death sex
There you go.
bummer party.
Spotify's like, well, this has to be it. This can't be
What the
anything
fuck else are you looking
Well,
for?
yeah, the album art is weird as fuck, but
It's got like a finger trap and some ladies with varying states of an hourglass.
yeah, exactly. Every single song is just incredible. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I think my favorite probably has to be Choke, but like Eyes is amazing. Get Your Money, Kamikaze, Suffer the Joy, In the Clear. Like it's all just.
I like how they have a song called
Perfect.
Fried Free. Do they have two more songs called Fried 1 and Fried 2?
I don't know, to be honest. That kind of confused me. But I think Fried Free. It's really hard to say. Fried 3. Fried 3.
No, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a fucking interlude. See,
The last song of their first album is called Fried.
Oh, there you go. Oh wait, this wasn't their first album.
It's their third album.
Their third.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's what I meant. Third album by Wine Lips. That's what I said, right?
I think
And
you didn't mention which album.
that's what I said. Third. Yeah, that's right.
Don't go back and check.
Don't
Yeah.
go back and check.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
It's
Don't
alright,
do it.
I'll cut it.
Yeah. Woo! And
Just put a really bad dub over it when Ben's saying it's their first album.
But either way, they absolutely smashed it, and I'm a huge fan. And they fucking, as literally after I discovered the album, and I was like, I love this. This is incredible. Like they just finished playing the UK, and I was so sad. I was like, no. So please come back.
Come home.
Come home.
He's gonna
You belong
wine
here,
lip
not
until
Canada.
you do.
Yeah, well, yeah, I will whine. I will just whine
With your lips.
with my lips. That's correct.
Shush, girl.
Album coming up now.
Wine your lips.
Anyway,
More quality content. Subscribe.
that's my album of 2022/2021.
Yeah.
Baby. Maybe we'll do another one next year instead of 2 years. From now.
Unlikely.
Yeah, don't expect anything.
Sorry, Andrew.
Andy B's here, like punching the air. Like.
So I just want to listen, man.
Oh, man.
Oh man. Okay, well, my number one. I guess I'll do honorable mentions first. Another 2 OSTs in here. First one, the Elden Ring soundtrack.
Oh, yes.
Sick.
Yeah, fair.
It was so good.
Fair.
Like fucking, oh mate, that fucking final battle when it has the like title music. It's so fucking epic, dude.
Scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's terrifying.
It's scary.
I'm like, whoa!
The Godric the Grafted soundtrack's really cool and has like some weird violin, but it sounds kind of playful and like kind of carnival-esque, even though here's a man who chops his own arm off and stuffs it in a dragon head. It's all the FromSoft games are fucking amazing soundtracks, to be fair. They're just so immaculately orchestrated.
Yeah, Bloodborne's fucking amazing.
Bloodborne's one of my favourite soundtracks ever. Another one was a game called Inscription, which is a very Ben game, and you should definitely play it. It's like a card game, but it's a card game where you're trapped with a murderer in a cabin, a log cabin, and he makes you play the board game. But you can get up from the table during the game and like look around the cabin, so it's like kind of a semi-escape room thing. And you have to keep playing the game and walking around the room.
Cell shaded?
No, it kind of like
Or
it kind of looks like a it kind of looks like an old Mac game, like you know when it had like kind of rotoscoped 3D stuff.
Right.
It's the card game itself is really fun, but the story goes absolutely fucking insane after the first act, and It was one of my 10 out of 10 games for last year, and the soundtrack is like with the least spoilers possible. The game changes a lot, and so the nature of the soundtrack changes a lot as well. It's like loads of crazy shit. Has a lot of like themes, but the soundtrack goes mental. And then Hush and Grin, Mastodon's newest album. Obviously, it's Mastodon. I fucking love Mastodon. Can't go wrong with that. And
When
then
did that come out? I'm not sure. I've listened to it.
2021.
Was that 2021 as well?
Yeah.
That would be an honourable mention for me as well. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great album.
When it came out, I wasn't a huge fan, and I do feel like it wasn't necessary for it to be a double album. There's a few like kind of filler songs on there, but stuff like Peace and Tranquility, The Beast is one of the best
Love
songs
The
they've
Beast.
ever done. I
Yeah.
just love Brent's voice.
The Crux.
Yeah, The Crux is really good. Yep. Fucking. What was I going to say? Pain with an Anchor's good. Yeah, really good album. And then I've got one more on mention, which was one we were going to do on CHUB Cast before it died a death, which was Mac Ross 8299, A Million Miles Away.
I listened to some of them. It's real.
It's
like,
real good.
funky.
Yeah, it's future funk. It's kind of like it's all produced by one person, but they take like old school funk from like Japanese funk from the 90s and 80s, and they just remix it into like electronic stuff.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
Really cool.
Cowboy Bebop intro.
Yeah. But then my actual number one was. It was. We were listening to them before this. It's Sleep Token. Sleep Token's album, This Place Will Become Your Tomb. And it was really good album.
Have some after, please.
Vape niche.
Thank you.
Get your own.
I will. I'm sorry. Carry on. Sleep Token.
Sorry, what's the album called?
It's called This Place Will Become Your Tomb. Yeah, really, really cool album. I hadn't really given Sleep Token a proper listen other than that one song that went viral called The Offering, which is a really, really good song. That was off of their self-titled. And then
Thank you.
This Place Will Become Your Tomb's their second album. And just his voice is really poppy and kind of really like radio friendly, but they're so chunky and the guitar tones are so beefy.
But he's growly as well, isn't he?
Like barely.
That first song you put on.
Yeah, he does a little bit, but for the most part, almost all of the vocals are clean. Especially on that album. And
they were at Bloodstock last year.
yeah, they were download as well.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, they clashed it download, otherwise I would have seen it.
Yeah, I went
Why
and saw
didn't we
them by
go?
myself.
Who did we see instead of?
Probably hiding from the sun.
That's true. Yeah. The whole time we were just like.
I saw Life Another Day.
I saw pain.
But yeah, really, really good atmospheric album. The whole thing with Sleep Token is that like they have like a deity of sleep, and they're all the worshippers, and they kind of like Ghost, where they're all like nameless, faceless people.
They wear, like, hoods
They all
and
wear
stuff.
masks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting it when I saw them live. Like they go fucking crazy. And they're like jumping around everywhere. The bassist is like has his bass like down by his like ankles, and is like proper like the guy from Korn all the time.
Yeah.
And they're like spinning around and shit and just going ape shit. I was like, I didn't expect this from this band because
Doesn't sound very sleepy.
yeah, right. You're not worshipping sleep very well by being very active and awake.
Yeah.
They should all be in beds on stage.
Nah, man. It's
That'd be
the
way better.
it's the opposite. They love sleep so much that they try and tire themselves out all the time,
Yeah.
so that they can.
Every
get to sleep.
waking moment is just making themselves sleepy.
Yeah. They're just like we gotta make ourselves sleepy. They just go crazy all the time.
They get back. They finish the show, and instead of every other band like going on a bender, they just
go
go
to sleep.
go cuddle up with their hot water bottle. But yeah, really soulful lyrics. A lot of the songs are kind of like love songs, which I fucking hate. But they're not really cheesy, and I really like it. And they've got the perfect blend of like pretty and atmospheric and like heavy as fuck. And they're very unique, I would say. They're like one of my like big three favorite like new bands, which are including them, Loathe, and Spirit Box. And yeah, it's real good. Give it a spin. I liked it. Their first album's good as well, but this was my favourite one.
Fuck yeah, that's all.
Nice.
Yeah. The best song, probably Hypnosis. That song's been stuck in my head for fucking ages.
And that
Hypnosis
does
is
put
really good.
people to sleep in Pokemon.
Yeah. See?
if you can be bothered, please Photoshop a picture of them, but with like nightcaps and
As fucking
dressing gowns.
drowsy.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that.
He did not. Oh, Alkaline's really good as well.
Who's that?
Who's Alkaline? Yeah, Sleep Token, This Place Will Become Your Tomb. Very good.
Bravo, good
Number
show.
Did it. Alright.
I'm just going to literally like all of the albums that are our number ones because
Yeah, I'm adding them all to.
I trust you guys with number
to-do
ones.
list.
So.
Okay.
Alrighty, so I have a couple honourable mentions. One, I think Zach did it last year, but I've been absolutely seshing it, which is Bo Burnham, Inside.
Oh.
Which is
So
Inside is a
good.
comedy special that he made during the pandemic, and it's all set in his house. And there are just some slappers on there. I've been listening to fucking Bezos 1 is like a minute long, and it's the best song ever made. What was it? CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos. So
Come on,
good.
Jeffrey, kick it.
What's that fucking bit where he's like, oh yeah, it's like, drink their blood, fuck their wives. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah.
So good. Problematic is an amazing song. White Woman's Instagram.
I love Turning 30.
Yeah, fucking great. Go and watch the show and listen to it. Other mention, I got into Coheed and Cambria last year, and their album Year of the Black Rainbow is really fucking good. They're just a really interesting band. His singing style is very, I don't know if it's unique, but it's very good, and I like it. Songs like The Broken and World of Lines.
The Broken's a great song.
I think World of Lines is shut up.
Brother Ken.
Brother
Ken.
Now, Brother Ken.
Come on now, Brother Ken.
Yeah, that's also a great album. World of Lines is a really good song. But then my number one for the year, it's Shinedown.
Whoa!
Planet Zero, another band that I got into because of Download. Planet Zero is their newest album. It's fucking great. They're really like high energy sort of metal. They just have the catchiest riffs. He's got really interesting lyrics. He manages to get some good like social commentary in
His
there.
lyrics always
political
stand out to
themes.
me as well.
Yeah,
Is
his
it Planet Zero?
Great
Yeah.
lyric writer.
excellent
Good
fucking
point.
lyric. Yeah, and just really really catchy songs. And very varied as well. It's quite a long album, but they got slow ones on there. They got really like upbeat, fast ones.
What's the best song on the album, Greg?
Absolutely, it is Saints of Violence and Innuendo. It's an amazing.
This is a long
song.
album.
It's a very long album. Yes, the Saints of Violence and Innuendo is so good. Other good songs. Army of the Underappreciated is a really good song. America Burning. Planet Zero is a good song. But yeah, just a really, really good album. We saw them at Download and they were amazing.
They have 5 million monthly listeners.
Wow.
They're big, man.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That's huge for like a rock metal band.
Yeah, I'd never really got into them pre-Download, but like I've gone back and listened to their other stuff as well. They got other really good albums.
To be fair, they were like one of my like surprise bands.
Yeah,
for Download.
after Download, I went and listened to their discography as well.
Yeah, the album with the exclamation mark. Attention, attention. That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
The thing that tripped me out is because they had a song on like Guitar Hero so fucking ages ago called Devour.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the only song I'd ever heard by them until when we saw them at Download. It's Off the Sound of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great song. And then I was just like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot they were a thing. And in the meanwhile, they've just fucking exploded.
It's
Yeah.
because they of attention. They I can't remember what
They got a
movie.
lot of attention.
They got to write a song for a movie, and that got them into the mainstream.
Mm.
Can't remember what movie it was. But
Jumanji.
Yeah,
Was
Jumanji.
it?
No.
Oh. I was gonna say, that'd be really good.
I would look it up, but my phone's over.
I am
there.
looking it up.
Yay!
Oh, it's in a movie called Attention, Attention.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
there you go.
Just gotta have a little bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Go on, bit of trivia. Huh? Oh, okay, no.
Oh.
That's
It said Beyonce's Lemonade film, but no, actually, it was just edited by the same guy who edited that. The band released a film based on the album in 2021.
Okay, well.
that's probably it then.
Yeah, so
Well.
maybe the album came first and it was a film. But I can see why they've got like mass appeal.
Yeah. Claire and her mum were going to get matching tattoos of the
Really?
Sound of Madness album with the,
Wow.
with the birds.
I didn't know Claire was into them that much.
Yeah.
Mm.
She loved them back in like 2010 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some of their songs have like kind of teenagey lyrics. Like I can kind of.
I think
Yeah.
like they
You're a
literally
bully.
when they
Oh, yeah,
started,
That's
like,
a great
that
song.
was a good
though.
song.
But yeah.
when they started, like the lead singer was like 15 or something.
Wow.
I think.
I also thought their bassist was really cool on stage. He was just running around.
Yeah. With the pink hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, their vocalist was fucking amazing as well. Like when it was just singing on stage at Download, I was just like, holy shit, this guy's amazing.
Yeah,
There's
that's
one bit in Saints of Violence and Innuendo where he just holds a note for ages, and he did it live as well. It was very impressive.
Nice.
That's that.
Well, I got some honourable mentions.
Go on. Go on, Zach.
Right.
Go on.
Ozzy Osbourne's Patient Number 9. Anyone give that a listen? He's very sad.
I thought he was dead.
Oh.
He might be.
Oh,
Isn't he
well,
Ozzy?
Ozzy's sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's such a depressing album. But I liked it.
But it's good, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like in hospital right now, right?
Is
Is
he?
that something to do with
No,
why he's
I'm pretty
patient?
sure he's
No,
out of hospital
no,
now.
Or is it?
He was in and out of hospital for a whole bunch of things.
Okay.
Patient Number 9 came out. It's more like a psychiatric ward kind of patient.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Bloodywood Rack Shack. Already spoken about that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Grey All Nights, Muscle Bound for Glory.
Are they the ones who they dress up as knights and shit on stage?
No, that's Walkings. Grey All Nights, they dress up as superheroes.
Right.
And the Muscle Bound for Glory song has got Josh from, well, Glory Hammer, Angus McSix now, and they are like gym music. Hence, it's like all like rocky montage fucking music.
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah. It's so good. I listen to it a lot at the gym. Heat, Force Majeure, it's a French word, I
I think
think.
it's force majeure, right?
Yeah, it was amazing fucking melodic rock. Skid Row's The Gang's All Here. Ex-Heat singer is now in Skid Row, and he joined Heat because he won Swedish Idol by singing a Skid Row song. So now he's in Skid Row, which is quite cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I
That's so
saw
cool.
him at Chalk with Skid Row, and Eric is a fucking legend. Shine Down, The Sound of Madness. I love that album.
Yeah.
So good.
That's the one with Tavara on.
Yeah. The Chats Get Fucked.
Oh,
I still haven't listened to it.
Really?
I'm slacking.
Really
Oh,
good.
I don't know
mate.
if I have. What song get fucked?
Sex Later, JTR.
Oh yeah.
mean,
Sex
I've
Later,
I've
JTR.
heard that,
Yeah,
and it's got
yeah.
8 days later.
Yeah.
Further.
No, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
on it.
Is it not on that? Is that
They've
just
got-
a
Oh, I haven't
single?
actually listened to most of this.
It's
I
not
got-
as good as
I've
the
got
first
Struck
one.
by Lightning's a fucking
Yeah.
banger.
I really like the song The Price of Smokes Have Gone Up or something.
The Price of Smokes. Yeah.
Oh, it's got I've been
Price of
drunk in
Smoke's
every
gone up
pub in
again.
this-
The price of smoke's gone up again. I can already barely afford my rent. The smokes are words.
Smokes appropriate.
And then he starts going on a massive, like, angry rant about lynching fucking the Australian Parliament members. And it's like, hung by their necks! And the backing is literally just, by their necks. Hung by their necks! 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 Great song.
That's my jam.
Then
So
the
good.
Ale Stomp's Seventh Rum of a Seventh Rum.
Mm.
Of a Seventh Rum. Not as good as
Seventh
Curse of the
I'm
Crystal
wearing
Coconut.
the best ale storm shirt right now.
Yeah, they've got some bangers.
Yeah, not as good as Curse of the Crystal Coconut, but it's still got some amazing songs on it, like,
That's PARTY,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
and stuff like that. And they are my honourable mentions. Guess.
Ghost Imperial.
Everybody's seeing new metal.
Fucking hell, this dominated my wrapped up thingy that Apple Music did. Like, my top 6 out of 10 most listened to songs of the year were from this album. And, oh my god. I mean, it's just really good. Ghost are just so good. And I'm sitting next to 3 men who don't like Ghost that much.
I like Ghost.
They're alright.
I just haven't heard much of their
They're
stuff.
just a band that you listen to and you're like, eh.
Wait, is that one?
No.
It's
Impera.
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 Got it.
It's a band where you listen to, and you're like, eh.
I consider myself
And
to
then
be in
you-
my Impera.
Listen to it again, and you're like, oh. Then again, and it just
clicks.
creeps
Yeah.
in.
Did they release
No, it
2
doesn't
albums
click,
in
it just
2022?
creeps in,
Oh,
and
it's a
then
slow
suddenly
burn.
you're like a super fan.
Yeah.
Like, they
That's like a great.
they had, excuse me, podcasts, come on. They're like, they headlined Bloodstock 2017, and me and Claire were like, what the fuck, Ghost? Oh my god, waste of a headline spot, oh my god. And we watched them, and we were still actually like, eh, and we walked away halfway through their set.
Mm.
But during the whole festival, they had Squarehammer come up on the big TVs,
Yeah.
and I thought that hook was so catchy that I went and listened to it.
Are you
at home.
on the square?
Like that. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Are you on the square? Are you on the level? And I went home and listened to it, and then I listened to the whole album, and I became like a super fan before Claire did. And then they released Prequel, which was just phenomenal.
Didn't we see them at we saw them at Sonisphere as well, didn't we?
Yeah, that was before they had their whole like sound change.
Right.
So their first 2 albums are very like niche.
Mm.
I don't really like them that much, but
Mm.
then they changed their sound to be a bit more mainstream and a
What
bit
do you mean
more.
they're niche? Like, what do they sound like?
It's more like.
It's more.
I
Ghostly.
don't know how
It's
to
like-
describe it.
It's more
like,
horror movie than Scooby Doo.
Yeah, well, no, I mean it's the other way around, I suppose. Because the first 2 albums, they've got some really good songs on it. Like Year Zero is really good, and like a few others. But it's just a bit more spooky,
Atmospheric.
atmospheric.
Mm.
Yeah. Whereas we're in the 4th album, especially where they come in with Rats. It's just a fucking great catchy song, and you're like, okay.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
they introduced a lot more like synth and stuff in their later albums?
No, they had synth in the first ones because they've always had a keyboardist. I don't know. Just listen to it. You'll see what I
You
mean.
do
Just
know
listen
Zach.
to it. Huh?
You do know.
I don't know how to describe it. I'm not good words very well. But no, like there's.
I'm looking forward to seeing them at Download this year. I'm
Oh
hoping it will make a fan out of me.
yeah.
More than I like them already.
It's hard to like. It's hard to like recommend Ghost because once you get it, you get it. You're like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have a new audience as well with it's hip and down with the kids because one of their songs got like ridiculously viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was
Which one?
Mary on a Cross.
Mariana Cross, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Mariana.
Mary on a cross.
Yeah.
You go down just like Bloody Mary. Yeah, so like
Yeah.
that was really, really popular on TikTok for a little while. So.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Nobody
TikTok's
ever knows
weird.
why
It's
ever
weird,
goes viral on
yeah.
TikTok.
Someone just like puts like chipmunk. Someone chipmunkifies a song and then suddenly it just
Yeah,
gets
Zoomers love sped up songs.
huge. Yeah.
It pissed me off. Like, have you guys seen Wednesday?
Yeah, no.
No, I watched it
Wednesday.
in the background. Yeah.
Wednesday was pretty good, but they have this scene where she dances to Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps,
Yeah.
which is a great song. And like Goo Goo Muck kind of went viral, but then loads of people just fucking took some generic "I'll dance with my hands" like song and just dubbed that over the scene.
Yeah.
And that went viral instead. It's like, what? So you take this
Oh.
scene with like this cool goth song in a goth series, and you're like, just put some generic chipmunk shit over it.
Such a boomer, Co. You just don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, it's a Lady Gaga song that they've dubbed over it.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, like you said,
It's like a pitch shifted
it's a pitch
one.
shifted one, so it's not her normal lyrics.
Pitch shifted Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like really high. It's like and it's just like what why I don't know. I don't get it. But we're the generation that like always get memed on for like pitch shifting loads of stuff and being like
I mean, I used to listen to Nightcore.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like
We'll
pitch
slam some,
pitch shifting.
we'll slam some Nightcore after this.
Oh yeah.
Nightcore Rock and Roll Train by AC/DC, man. So good.
There's this one. Whenever we're doing crossies, oh god, this is the most boomer thing I've ever said. We do crosswords on Discord sometimes, and we always listen
As
to
if a
Nightcore.
boomer knew what Discord was.
Yeah, that's true. We're like the fucking old people's home on Discord.
I love crossword.
Yeah, we do crossies all the time, mate. Like almost every evening, and we always
Wordle
listen to
every day.
Nightcore. Yeah, we do the Wordle. We do all the dulls. We do Wordle. We do Loldle. We do fucking
Quordle is hardcore.
do Hurdle.
Yeah.
what the fuck's hurdle?
It's where it plays like a second of a song.
Oh right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Favorite song off the album, Zach?
oh yeah.
Respite of the Spittlefields or something. Again, I listen to the songs and I don't listen. Look, but it's going to be a funeral song.
Respite of the Spittle.
Really?
Yeah, it's a few. My whole life I've like not found a funeral song, but I think this is going to be a funeral song
Oh shit.
because the lyrics are something like, "Nothing lasts forever. We will go softly into the night." And it's all like, doo-doo, "Nothing ever lasts forever."
You really want people to cry if you're
Oh,
right.
okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be up there like a ghost if no one's crying. If someone's not
It's gonna
crying,
be a
I'm gonna
ghost
haunt
listening to
them.
Ghost.
They're gonna put you in the coffin in the Pope hat.
Put the makeup on you.
You gotta be a ghost whilst listening to ghosts with your ghost.
I heard you like ghosts, so I put ghost in your ghost. So you can go.
Ghost.
More
Well-
ancient memes.
Well, until 2025 or 6, when the next Ghost album comes out.
And
I don't know
coincidentally,
what-
the next CHUB Cast.
Yeah. Oh God. We only ever do Chubcast when my number one is Ghost.
Yeah.
Was it number one ghost last time?
No, that was Bo Burnham. Pretty sure it was Bo Burnham.
Nice.
Bill Berber.
Prequel would have been my number one if we had done Chubcast in like 2019 or whenever that album came out.
We'll be like, what's your favourite album, Zach? We do this in
I like post metal.
I like most petal.
Anyway, I think we should wrap this up.
Okay.
Bye.
Yo, it's me.
Tell us
here
your
to say-
top 5 albums in the comments.
Album out in April.
Yeah. And if
Wasters out 16th of January.
Get your t-shirt, Kyle.
Microwave Dave out
February.
Beans out April. March even.
March even.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this after April, go listen to Album on all streaming platforms.
It'll be something beautiful.
It'll be your top album of the year.
And wait for album number 2.
It better
Is that
be.
how you wipe?
Is that how you wipe?
Just call it front to back.
Front to back.
You know how System of a Down have their album like Steal This Album?
Yeah.
It should just be like just a white square, and it's just like, is that how you wipe?
Wipe your ass with this album.
You wipe your ass. Oh my god. Anyway, bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
We love you long time.
Stop recording.
Bye.